There's a huge underground construction project happening in Canada, and it's set to transform one of its largest cities. As Vancouver prepares for a population boom in the coming years, midway through a housing crisis, a $2 billion new subway line is in progress. When complete, it'll kickstart a massive urban development plan, a whole new downtown, and these teams are going to extreme lengths to get it done. From challenging tunnel bores to building new stations along one of the city's busiest streets, here's why this particular megaproject demands some groundbreaking engineering. It's been named one of the world's most livable cities, Vancouver, Canada. Why? Well, for one thing, just look at it. Surrounded by mountains, the ocean and stunning urban parks, if you like a city with a bit of scenery, then this is the place for you. But if you want to make a home here and you're not blessed with deep pockets, then good luck finding a property right now.
The availability and cost of housing continues to be one of the most pressing issues in our province.
It's right on par with the 1980s in terms of the least affordability.
It's a top priority to build as much housing as quickly as possible.
Yes, a livable city without enough places to actually live. And that's without the extra million people expected to be here by 2050, requiring 500,000 more homes and jobs. The Broadway corridor is the second largest employment area in British Columbia, but housing is mostly low density and there's not enough office space to meet demand. So the provincial government is planning to make this section of the city a whole lot taller, adding tens of thousands of new homes and jobs across nearly 500 blocks. But first, they need to build this incredible construction project that's now making headway beneath the surface, the new Broadway subway. Set to cost $2.8 billion Canadian dollars, which is about 2.1 billion US dollars, it's a major extension of the SkyTrain light rail system, which has been in operation since the mid-1980s. When complete, it won't just ease pressure on the overcrowded bus network that many people use to get around. It'll also act as the catalyst for the high-rise construction above ground. Yes, you heard that right. None of it's going to happen until the subway is up and running. So, what exactly is going into this new project? Well, it consists of 6 new underground stations, 5 kilometres of twin-board tunnels, and an elevated guideway or viaduct joining the new line to the existing infrastructure. This 700-metre new connection is made up of 21 pillars and more than 100 concrete beams, each one 30 metres long and weighing almost 40 tonnes. Following completion, the guideway will take passengers from VCC Clark, where the Millennium Line currently terminates above ground, to the first new underground station at Great Northern Way. After that, trains will continue their journey in a tunnel, and digging those has required some seriously heavy machinery. 150 metres in length with 6 metre diameters, a pair of tunnel boring machines, or TBMs, called Phyllis and Elsie, have been handling the excavation. These TBMs were made in Germany and shipped to Canada in various parts, stopping off at 5 other countries on the way before they were assembled on site. We'll come on to how they work in a bit, but first, if you wanted to be a tunnel engineer, where would you start? Well, you need to know a lot about the science of our physical world, but if your knowledge is full of big holes, there's a new platform to help build your understanding from the ground up. This week's video sponsor, Brilliant, lets you learn by doing, and offers thousands of interactive lessons in subjects like data analysis, programming, AI, and mathematics, something every engineer needs to be good at. It's a great way to develop critical thinking skills through problem solving, learning a little bit more each day whenever you have time. Their scientific thinking course is just one example. These hands-on lessons will have you building simple machines, testing structures, and even playing snooker to learn the rules of collision. But if that's not up your alley, Brilliant has plenty of options in other subjects, from probability and programming to coding and data science. To try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/the B1M or click the link in the description. You'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Now, let's get back to the streets of Vancouver. Tunnelling works began back in November 2022 and took almost a year to reach Oak Street, where the 4th station is now being built. That's because digging through hard rock like this can be quite a grind, literally. Once the machine has made the hole, it has to place thousands of these rings behind it to make the tunnel lining. They're sent through the tunnel using special vehicles before they're picked up by a crane and placed on a conveyor belt, which takes them up to the machine. The segments are then arranged in a full ring, which the machine uses to propel itself forward and carry on burrowing, travelling up to 18 metres each day. At one point, Phyllis had to dig down to a depth of 22 metres. Why? Well, so it can pass underneath the other subway tunnel that runs from north to south in the same area, the Canada Line. Once both TBMs reach Cypress Street, next to the final station, they'll be dismantled and removed. It might be taking a long time to dig these holes, but passengers are going to move through them very quickly once they're finished. Athiona, one of 2 main contractors, claims a journey along the entire line will take just 11 minutes, saving the average commuter about half an hour each day. Even so, with all this construction going on just below ground, it's got to be causing a bit of disruption, right? Well, not as much as you might think. To keep traffic flowing, temporary decks are being built along Broadway, ensuring one half of the street is left open to cars and buses throughout the works. To do this, enormous drills are used to make the 20-metre deep holes for the columns that support the deck. Next, the road is excavated to create space for the girders and deck panels that will form the structure, resting on concrete pads. Then on goes the deck, followed by the traffic, allowing work to carry on beneath before the process is repeated on the opposite side. They've also created dedicated work areas and storage spaces next to the station's sites. That's meant more building demolitions, but it's another move that's ensured construction is kept away from Broadway. But as you might expect with a major infrastructure project, there have been some drawbacks. Some businesses in areas like Mount Pleasant have seen a decline in footfall or shut completely, blaming the construction works.
Portside Interiors is one of many businesses blocked by the maze of construction for Vancouver's Broadway subway.
People are finding it too difficult either to figure out whether we're open or to get access.
Others tied to the project have also been making a stand, but not against the new subway directly. Over 100 concrete plant workers went on strike in 2022, affecting the supply of the material across the region. This delayed the start of the tunnelling and pushed back completion of the whole scheme from 2025 to 2026. Once it completes, Vancouverites can expect to see the skyline around Broadway get significantly taller, as construction on the so-called Broadway plan finally begins. That's Vancouver's idea to build a second downtown by replacing many of the low-rise buildings with high-rise ones. The result will be more space for homes and businesses, but the effect that would have on people already living and working here has become another contentious subject. In early 2023, a plan was put forward to limit the number of renters who would have to leave their homes and make way for new buildings. It was rejected by the City Council over fears it would have slowed down the much-needed development. However, those who do have to leave are going to be offered another rental at the same rate and get the chance to move back into the new building, again without having to pay more. With years still left to go on the subway build and the Broadway plan yet to even start, more backlash in the future is perhaps to be expected. But as we've seen with construction projects time and again, some disruption is kind of inevitable, especially where infrastructure and real estate are combined. But they often prove beneficial in the long run, even to those who were impacted along the way. Hopefully, we'll be able to say the same here. Over the next 30 years, Vancouver's already bustling Broadway corridor is set to become even busier, and it simply won't be viable without an efficient transport system in place. The new subway might not be universally popular, and not everyone appreciates the awesome engineering going into it. But it's a project that could turn Vancouver into a truly livable city where you can actually live for years to come. This video was sponsored by Brilliant. You can learn more about that and sign up at the link below. We're raising awareness of construction's mental health crisis through our Get Construction Talking initiative. You can learn more and find links to support over at getconstructiontalking.org. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to get more from the definitive video channel for construction, make sure you're subscribed to the B1M.